The day has finally arrived. It's time for you to embark upon your week in Wonderland. So you make your way to the field that was mentioned in Alice's invitation. And there, just as she said, you find a large tree. A kind young woman stands in front of it, with flowing blonde hair, a black bow tied on top of her head. She's wearing the most beautiful blue dress with a white apron wrapped around it. You walk up to her. She immediately welcomes you with a hug and a warm smile. You're right on time. Terrific. I thought you might be. Well, I'm not going to journey with you into Wonderland today. I'm actually going to take the time to meet up with some friends and family that I haven't seen for a while in this realm. And then I'll be joining you in Wonderland later in the week. How does that sound? Oh, you have nothing to be afraid of. I'll guide you through the entire process. It's not that difficult, actually. All right. As you can see here, there's a large tree. This is the portal to Wonderland. Now, underneath this tree, you'll find a hole, a large rabbit hole of sorts. And you can access that hole by simply opening this door. It's a long drop, but you'll float nicely, especially when I tie this nice little apron around you. You see, this apron gives you a sort of buoyancy. So you'll drift down in a relaxed sort of way. It's not like free-falling as some people might believe, I can assure you. So let me tie that around you. We'll get that out of the way. Terrific. Next, it's a kind of parachute, you know. Okay, there you go. So, as I said, you'll slowly but surely drop down the rabbit hole. And when you reach the end of that hole, you'll find a room where you'll have to shrink down to size. Once again, it's not that difficult, nor is it scary whatsoever. A bit disorienting, I'll grant you. But it's a small price to pay for gaining access to Wonderland. You'll find all of the instructions to minimize your shape and form when you arrive in that entry hall. There are a few tips I'd like to give you, though, just to make sure you have the most enjoyable experience possible in Wonderland. Firstly, as I'm sure you can imagine, there are a wide variety of characters. Shall we say, rather peculiar. Now, many are very kind-natured and well-meaning, but there are some who may be more devious than others. Now, there are some friends that I have made in Wonderland in my many years there, in the Jabberwocky Wars and various other adventures. When you first arrive, you'll be checking in to Maddie Hatter's bed and breakfast. Well, it's more of a guest house, I guess. Now, she's quite absent-minded, but she's one of the well-meaning ones. You'll also be meeting Absalon and Tweedledum. Or is it Tweedledee? I can never tell them apart. No matter. And the White Rabbit. Now, you may be surprised when you meet the White Rabbit because, well, it's not quite what you think. But I don't want to ruin the surprise for you. And there are a number of surprises waiting for you when you walk through this door and drop down that rabbit hole, my friend. But I know you'll enjoy your visit. A week is not very long at all, and it'll fly by. But it is an experience that has the power to change you forever in a myriad of ways. So I'll leave you to it then. Just open the door whenever you're ready and let the adventure begin. You make your way to the tree. Turn the knob slowly on the door that's etched into the bark. And you open it, working up all of the courage you have within you. The second you do, a draft blows up from down below, wraps around you and pulls you in, and you find that you're floating down, 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 into the dimly lit rabbit hole. It feels as though you fall forever. But as you do, you feel all the stress floating away from you. All of the worry is drifting away and floating back up to the surface, leaving you virtually weightless. You feel the relaxation begin to seep into you. And you know that this is the beginning of something amazing. Just when you think that your journey will last forever, you finally reach the ground again. There, sitting in front of you are the instructions for how you can make yourself small enough to fit through a tiny portal that's no bigger than the size of your pinky finger. So you do as the instructions say. The tiny morsel you've just put into your mouth makes you shrink down to size. And now you are tiny enough to walk through that small door in front of you. So you do. You open the door and sunlight pours in from the other side. The smell of grass, plumeria flowers, waves in, tickles your nose. You walk out into the light. just jitter.